All right, so let's take a look at this question. So this is our level 2 stepping it up question. All right, so again, we still have a circle, we still have a line. We need to solve this system of equations. All right, so again, in your level 2, expected to be a little bit more difficult, a little more challenging. So we're going to take the second equation, this line, and solve it for a variable. Obviously, x has a 1 coefficient, so we're going to solve for x by adding 2y to both sides. So that's going to leave the x by itself. The 2y's cancel. On the right-hand side of the equal sign, you can make it 3 plus 2y or 2y plus 3. It doesn't matter. I'm going to make it 2y plus 3. And now we're going to take this 2y plus 3 and we're going to plug it in for x right there. And here's what our equation becomes. It becomes 2y plus 3 plus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 1. Now, I'm going to take this plus 3 and plus 1 and make it a plus 4. So that first equation now says 2y plus 4. And in both cases, we have two binomials. We need to square them. So we'll do 2y plus 4 times 2y plus 4. And we'll do y plus 3 times y plus 3. Okay, 2y goes to the 2y and the 4. 2y times 2y is 4y squared. 2y times 4 is 8y. Same thing with the 4 to the 2y and the 4. 4 times 2y is 8y, and 4 times 4 is 16. There we go. Y plus 3 times y plus 3. Y times y is y squared. Y times 3 is 3y. Do the same thing with the 3. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 3 is 9. And now we combine all the like terms. So let's do that together. 4y squared and y squared is 5y squared. 8y, 3y, 3y is 22y, and 16 and 9 is 25. That equals 1. Don't forget about that equals 1. Now we need to make one side become 0 by subtracting 1. 5y squared plus 22y plus 24 equals 0. And now we're in business to start thinking about factoring. There is an a value, so let's see if we can divide out that a. We can't, right? 22 and 24 are not divisible by 5, so we have an a value. You can go ahead and try to factor this, but that's somewhat difficult. So let's use the quadratic formula, which always works. The quadratic formula is this. So in this case, y is our variable, so y is going to equal the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, I always like to start with the discriminant, the b squared minus 4ac. So that's where I'll start. So in this equation, a is 5, b is positive 22, c is positive 24. So I'm going to do 22 squared minus 4 times 5 times 24. When you multiply that out, you do get 4. Now let's talk about your discriminant and what it means, right, in terms of this picture. So remember, we have a circle and a line. If your discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, is positive, that means you're going to have two solutions, which means your circle is going to be intersected by a secant line. If your b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, you're only going to have one solution. That means that your circle is going to be hit by a tangent line. And if your b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, that means you're going to have no solutions. That means that your circle and your line are completely separate. And again, that's why in this box here, you have the choices of 2, 1, or no solutions. If the no solutions makes it difficult, I understand, right? But if you have no solutions, see how it all goes away, right? One solution is only one box, two solutions are two boxes. So because we have a 4 as our discriminant, we're going to have two solutions. So now we need to plug this into our quadratic formula. All right, let me do some big erasing here. And I wish it had that option of, if you circle it all goes away, but it doesn't. So let me pause it and erase, and then I'll start it back up. Okay, so here we go. So let's plug in our quadratic formula. So y equals the opposite of b. I erased our equation. Our b was 22. The opposite of 22 is negative 22. Plus or minus the square root of our discriminant. We found that our discriminant is 4. All over 2a. Your a value is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 10. And now the square root of 4 is 2. So now we're going to have two solutions. Y equals negative 22 plus 2 over 10. And y equals negative 22 minus 2 over 10. Okay, the top one, Negative 22 plus 2 is negative 20 divided by 10, which simplifies to negative 2. Nice. The bottom one, negative 22 minus 2 is negative 24 divided by 10. That does not simplify. So you can do the fraction, divide by 2, negative 12 fifths, or you can do the decimal, which would be negative 2.4. I don't care. Now, this is not a point. Negative 2, negative 12 fifths is not your solution. You need to take these y values and plug them into this equation to get your x value. So let's do that here. I'll do it in red. Let me do some more erasing right here so I have some space. All right, let's take a look. See. All right, so x equals, let's plug in the easy one, negative 2. So 2 times negative 2 plus 3. That's negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. So one of your solutions that I'm going to put in is going to be negative 2. I'm sorry, negative 1, negative 2. Remember, we plugged in the y, we get out the x in this case, negative 1, negative 2. The other one, x equals, again, we're going to do 2 times, you can do the fraction or the decimal. I'm going to do the fraction, negative 12 fifths plus 3. So that's negative 24 fifths. 3 over 1 can be made into 15 over 5 by multiplying the top and bottom by 5. And I do that to get a common denominator. And now negative 24 plus 15 is negative 9 over 5. So it's negative 9 fifths or negative 1.8 if you did the decimal. So then my second solution will be x first, right? That's the number I just got, negative 9 fifths, and then y, which was negative 12 fifths. Or again, you could do the decimal, which would be negative 1.8, negative 2.4, whatever they choose, or whatever you choose to do. And I think they accept both, negative 2.4. That's not a negative 2.4. Okay, and that's it. So I'm going to plug my answers in. I did get two solutions. The first one is negative 1 comma negative 2. And the second one is negative 9 fifths comma negative 12 fifths. Let's submit our answer. Let's see if all this was worth it. And it was. And again, if you scroll down, look, they do accept both the fraction or the decimal answers. Again, I don't know about non-rounded decimals. So if you have like a third, like the denominator is a 3, I don't know. All right, great. Okay, so hopefully this was okay. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, have fun doing this algebra.